Hey guys, welcome to Neat Movie News. My name is Dean Thomas, and I'm a little late with this review, and by a little late, I mean over a week, but I finally got a chance to go and see The Free State of Jones, a Matthew McConaughey movie based on a true story set in the Civil War. And this is a movie I was actually really looking forward to. It had been on my radar for well over a year, ever since I had heard Matthew McConaughey was going to be in a true story based on the Civil War. Then it was these reviews started coming out, and then I got really busy with work and the 4th of July, and I'd never ended up getting to see this movie. I didn't get to see it as soon as I wanted to, but I finally got to check it out. And I have to say, for all of the stuff that I heard about, the story is all over the place. It's a mess. This movie really isn't that good. I really enjoyed it. The Free State of Jones is based on Newton Knight, who back in the Civil War deserted from the Confederacy because he didn't believe in the war. Not that he was siding with the Union, but he didn't believe in what the Confederates were doing. So he deserts, and then eventually it's just kind of becomes this thing of he fights back for the little guy, for the poor farmer, and he starts to become this rebel, and eventually declaring Jones County in Mississippi a free state. And it's a really incredible story. I'm surprised it took this long to get made. But as far as the movie goes, I really liked how they told the story, even though that was the main weakness I had heard. This movie doesn't pull any punches. It definitely earns the R rating, and Matthew McConaughey, as he has been, is great in the role. Now, because I had heard some of these story plot things, I had heard that they flash back and forth between the effects that the story has back in the Civil War times to what it had later on. And basically, what it does is it flash forwards to one of Newton Knight's ancestors in the 60s, and it's basically trying to show you that all the stuff that happened in the Civil War hadn't completely ended even up into the 1960s. And for me, it didn't need to be in there. It wasn't bad, but it didn't need to be in there. But it only happens about 6 times, and for the most part, none of the scenes are over 30 seconds long. So it really didn't take me out of it too much. And then you get right back into the Civil War stuff, which is the really gripping stuff. And I didn't know a lot about this story going in at all, so it really intrigued me. Now the movie does hit some slow points. The movie's definitely long and it feels long. I think that's because this movie isn't driven by action and they try to put so much in there. It's trying to be like a history book on Newton Knight and all these things he did. So it starts to feel really long because they try to throw so many different things that he did in there. And I think it would have been better for them to maybe focus on one or two and really hit those points home. But instead it tried to get really deep into all these things he did, which made the movie feel long. But otherwise, I really enjoyed it. There's a few like continuity things here, a little like convenient things with the storytelling. And I think a lot of people might have a problem with the fact that they really do make Newton Knight out to be a hero in this story. And I'm sure I haven't read too much into it. I'm sure, obviously, from all points of view, he wasn't. But the thing is, it's a movie, so obviously they're gonna highlight him in a good manner. But for me, actually, though, I didn't see him as a true hero. A lot of times I saw the villainy in him, the anger in him, and I thought that came through in McConaughey's performance. And there's a lot of times where I didn't see him necessarily as a hero, but I saw him as a radical and an extremist. So I thought the movie didn't exactly paint him. Now, actually, in the end, he's the hero, and at every story point, he's made out to be the hero more or less. But with the performance and the way the movie was told, I found a lot of times you could see that he wasn't a straightforward good guy. He was a little extreme at times. He was willing to kill anybody at any time, really. So I thought the movie actually did a pretty good job in that respect. And for all those reasons, I actually really enjoyed The Free State of Jones. Maybe it's because my expectations were so lowered by reviews that I went in not expecting much and ended up really enjoying it. I wish it was about 20 minutes shorter. Maybe the pace picked up just a little bit and they didn't try to shove so many things in there. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie and I'm going to give it a 78%. There's a few problems here and there, as I mentioned before, but I really don't understand all of the criticisms going towards this movie. I think it's a powerful movie that deserves to be told, and I think a lot of times we forget just that the Civil War was only 150 years ago. That is not that long ago. We're still feeling the ramifications. We were still feeling the ramifications for it in the 60s, and you'd be lying to yourself if we were not still trying to fix things now in today's world. So I think this is an important movie to go see, and I think it's an enjoyable one too. It's not just that the content's good. I thought the way they actually told the story and made a movie into it was also very entertaining and overall a good movie to me. That's why I give it a 78%. What do you guys think? Have you seen The Free State of Jones? Did the comments and reviews kind of steer you away from it? Because it's another McConaughey movie and he's got another great performance. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Neat Movie News for all the latest in the world of movies. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you back here next time.